Come on guys, we're about to go interview Keely Andrews. Thanks for joining us today, Keely. You're a very successful world-class surfer. What has been a career highlight for you?
Thank you for having me, Jack. I appreciate you inviting me here today. For me, I've had a really, I'd say, successful career in my eyes, and for me, my career highlights would be finals appearances in the World Tour events. I was fortunate enough to get second place at the Snapper Rocks Pro and second place at Trestles Pro. Hopefully I can create more career highlights down the path and come away with first place next time.
Have you had to overcome a challenge when you were younger, and how did you deal with this?
Yeah, my mum was actually diagnosed with breast cancer when I was in grade 12. And that was one of the scariest things of my life. It changed me completely as a person. I was the most immature little brat, and you instantly mature and grow up, and I think mentally I'm a lot more mature than I am physically, I guess, if you like. And for me, I just had a really good support system. If you got really good friends that you can talk to and people that can kind of lift you up and be there when you need them, that was a big thing to get me through.
What's it like being famous? How do you deal with setbacks and how do you cope with pressure?
I appreciate you using the word famous, Jack. Personally, I don't see myself as famous as such. I'm just fortunate that I can do what I love and it's on the world stage. Obviously, being in the spotlight all the time, you get a lot of setbacks and pressure, and it's broadcasted to the world. So for me, I like to deal with those things by breaking things down and making them simple, having a step-by-step process and really simplifying things and having a really good support team around you. I'm fortunate enough to have some pretty incredible people that keep myself grounded, but also keep my goals and aspirations really clear.
When you were younger, did you ever experience any anxiety or worry, and how did you deal with this?
Yeah, absolutely. Worry and anxiety, I feel, is something that everyone goes through, growing up in particular, because you're growing into yourself and you're learning new things about yourself, and a lot of the time we feel uncomfortable. For me personally, I got a lot of worry and anxiety doing English speeches, so not much has changed. I still have to do speeches on TV and even here today talking to you, and I still get worried and anxious about it. So I think if we can just put ourselves in those positions more often and really grow in that area, we eventually grow out of it.
If you could go back in time to when you were 13, what advice would you give yourself?
If I could go back to when I was 13, I'd just tell myself to follow my dreams. You get a lot of opportunities when you're that age, but also a lot of opportunities that you don't think are going to benefit you. Personally, if you really enjoy something and you want to chase after it and that's your dream, grab it with both hands and really make the most of it, because it's quite surprising where it'll take you.
What advice would you provide to a child or young person about being safe online?
Online has actually changed a lot since I first got on there, and I wasn't allowed to actually have a Facebook profile until I was in grade 12. So for me personally, I believe stay offline as long as you can. But also when you do get online, anything you post, it's going to be there forever. So you just got to be smart about what you're writing and posting, and yeah, only talk to someone if you truly know that that's the person that you're talking to.